What you wanted to see, a couple of Heisman finalists and rookie quarterbacks going at it just outside the nation's capital. Very first drive, Michael Penix Jr. picked by Quan Martin. I don't know if it's a miscommunication, a bad route, whatever the case might be. It is a Commander turnover, and you see a little conversation on the Falcons sideline. It's 4th and 2. Washington goes for it. That's a touchdown to Olamide Zaccheaus. Former Falcon had a monster night. Commanders right out of the gate lead 7-0. Falcons answer with points. It's a field goal from Riley Patterson, but Mikey Sainristil is offside. That's a significant penalty because it extends the drive. Atlanta takes the points off the board because 7's more than 3. And that's Bijan Robinson, his 7th touchdown in the last 7 games. He is a monster. 7-7 the score. Washington driving. Daniels does not see Jayden Ellis. That guy makes play after play after play. He's done a great job protecting the football this year as Daniels, but that turnover leads to points for Atlanta. It's Robinson again. He's the first Falcons player to rush for 2 in back-to-back games since Devontae Freeman in 2016. It's a 17-7 game, and this is a massive play. It's a 3rd and 22 sack, but there is a penalty here. D'Angelo Malone contact with Zach Ertz. And that penalty allows the drive to continue, and it allows this game to completely change. Zach Ertz, where did he go to school, Steve?
Stanford.
Tight ends from Stanford. All they do is make plays. It's a 4th and 1, and there goes number 5. You're not going to catch him. Daniels using his legs to extend the drive again. Now on a 3rd and 8. Money down. And that's Ertz for the touchdown. Daniels, the first Washington quarterback with 5 consecutive games with multiple touchdown passes in 20 years. 17-14. Atlanta gives the ball right back. Washington essentially had the football for the entire 3rd quarter. There goes Daniels again, scrambling for 18 yards. 4th and 5, they go for it again. Jeremy McNichols hit right at the line. You saw him take a peek to the sideline. How far does he have to get? He gets just enough. The drive continues. Here's the pitch. Chris Rodriguez bowling his way into the end zone. Commanders, a 14-play, 70-yard drive. It's 21-17. We're late. It's 4th and 11. Penix, who really just didn't have the ball a lot to get any rhythm of any kind in the second half. Wonderful throw to Drake London. Huge play there. 1st and goal, and they go Wildcat, and it goes through Bijan's hands, and it's a disaster. So that puts him behind, off schedule. It's 4th and goal from the 13, and this is an absolute dot to Kyle Pitts. What a throw. A tight little window, and what a catch from Pitts, and what a throw from Penix. Atlanta, for some reason, decided timeouts were something they just weren't going to use. And when they get this penalty, there's only 2 seconds left. If they'd called a timeout, they could have had 15, 20 more seconds to run more plays. And instead, they asked their kicker, who's never made a kick beyond 50-plus yards outside, to make one from 56. And Patterson's right down the middle, but it just runs out of gas. And all of the DMV can exhale as the game goes to overtime. Washington wins the toss. They don't want to give the ball back to Atlanta, and they don't. There goes Daniels again on 3rd down, a 16-yard scramble. It's now 2nd and goal. Daniels, nowhere to go, takes off running. He spins out of one tackle, takes a big hit. Remember those rib injuries from earlier in the year, and they took a timeout, let him gather himself. You could tell that that hit hurt a lot. And then this 3rd and goal catch, Ertz, just a spectacular effort to keep his hand underneath it and prevent the ball from hitting the ground. That catch, the first possession in overtime, means the Commanders win it in overtime, and they, with Dan Quinn, their first-year coach, Cliff Kingsbury, their first-year OC, and Jayden Daniels, their first-year quarterback, are heading to the playoffs. I might take a 20, make it a full. Tim Hasselbeck alongside. This is a remarkable game in so many different levels. Penix makes some plays we'll get to in a moment, but Washington winning in the manner in which they did given all the firsts that I just mentioned, coach, coordinator, quarterback, etc. What's this win say about where they are right now as they look to become what they once were?
Yeah, I mean, I think what it says is that they're a really dangerous team because of their quarterback. You know, a week ago, as we're watching the games, it's like there's just something different. Like, what's different? Yeah, Dan Quinn's done a good job. This quarterback is different, plain and simple. And I know that people have started like the Lamar Jackson comparisons, but like the reality is what he's been able to do as a runner, like in some of the plays, like Grady Jarrett's unblocked, escapes on a third down in overtime, and next thing you know, like Jayden Daniels is off and running, picks up a first down, and they're going. But then the throw, so like he's doing it from in the pocket, he's doing it with his legs, and then he's doing it at the most critical moments. This is like another game, late in the game, overtime or late in the game,